Los Angeles is an iconic city for many reasons. A hub of famous movie stars live there. The sunny weather attracts tourists. The diverse options of food. What I want to bring to the discussion is that the red carpet seems to be hiding a big problem that affects the greater population across the nation. Unknowingly, many, if not all of us, are choosing unhealthy consumerist practices. If you peek underneath the red carpet after all the stars have left and search through the deception, you will find a community of workers in situations similar to those in third world countries. Sweatshops. That's right, sweatshops are present here in America. These factories or workshops host barricades of inequality. The struggles hardworking people go through in the garment industry began with the advent of fast fashion, a contemporary term used by fashion retailers. Here's John Oliver, a British satirical host on Comedy Central who covered the topic in one of his specials.
For the consumer, low prices are fantastic, and nowadays those clothes will even look good because trendy clothing is cheaper than ever and cheap clothing is trendier than ever. And this is largely thanks to the rise of so-called fast fashion retailers that produce stylish, incredibly low-cost clothing like H&M, Zara and Forever 21.
In today's market, fast fashion is winning over sustainable fashion. Our consumerist identity can be characterized as no longer knowing or caring about where our clothes is made, who made it, how it's made, and what materials it's made out of. The nature of the problem can be summed up numerically, $3.25 an hour. The lack of financial stability consumes the minds of garment workers when they report that what they earn is far below minimum wage. The larger class that the problem belongs to is immigration. In most cases, these manufacturers that practice unethical procedures take in immigrants because the job is not technical and does not require English proficiency. Therefore, the exploitation of America's newcomers is connected to the clothes we wear. On the other hand, Matt Zwolinski, associate professor at the University of San Diego, who has published articles on topics pertaining to politics, economics, and exploitation, talks about how he views the issue. The caveat is from the perspective of the world's poor, though I think it can relate to America's sweatshops. He explains these factories are providing the best alternative for ending global poverty when compared to eliminating them completely.
Is this. Even if you think sweatshop labor is unfair, it's a bad idea to prohibit it. Think of it this way. People only take sweatshop jobs because they're desperately poor and low on options. But taking away sweatshops does nothing to eliminate that poverty or to enhance their options. In fact, it only reduces them further, taking away what workers themselves regard as the best option they have. It's better to do something to help the problem of global poverty than it is to do nothing. And sweatshops are doing something to help. They're giving people jobs that pay better than their other alternatives, and they're contributing.
The price tag on the shirt might appeal to the interests of many for having a low price, but if nothing is done or changed, the non-tangible price tag continues to add suffering and pain. The stakeholders that are not reaping the benefits from the trade are immigrant workers. The Emmy Award-winning documentary called Made in LA, directed by Almudena Carricito, follows the story of 3 women immigrants over the span of 3 years fighting for basic labor protections.
Workers started coming into the Garment Worker Center with complaints about owed wages, injuries on the job, and we started seeing a pattern. It was like 3 or 4 different factories with the workers with similar complaints, and they had all worked on clothes with the label of Forever 21. Forever 21 is really an emerging powerhouse in the young women's fashion industry.
So we did a little research in the company. We tried to figure out who they were. We found out that they actually did 95% of their production in LA. So if we're able to get this company to change, it would have huge effects on thousands of workers in Los Angeles.
workers are being paid less. And it's because retailers are paying less to manufacturers, who then have less money to pay contractors and on down the line.
The plan of action I recommend include being a conscious consumer. By that I mean supporting sweat-free businesses or stores that are ethically sound. For example, iPhone users can search social impact in the Apple Store. The Purple app utilizes GPS to find nearby companies or organizations that practice fair trade to benefit all people involved in the business process. Another way to go about taking action entails reaching out to a governor of your city to pass legislation in favor of sweat-free products and services. In the state of South Carolina, Governor Nikki Haley, also a notable Clemson alumni, is the appropriate recipient who may be involved in helping to solve the problem. Continue to address the issue at a local level by joining clubs, participating in boycotts, donating money and/or time. There are a variety of ways to be involved to fit each person's unique preferences relating to fairness in the garment sector. By collectively participating in this behavior, we are making the world a better place.